We had a blast today with Kevin, hanging out with the team, looking at properties all over California. He even chauffeured us back to the to the airport.
It's 8:12 and we're going to Redding. We are leaving Camarillo at 8:12. Let's see when we land. We've got a lot of real estate to look at in Redding, and then after we look at real estate, multiple different neighborhoods in Redding, we're going to fly back to Santa Monica to do an interview in Venice with someone from ARK Invest. After that, we'll be flying back to Camarillo, and then it'll be beer time again. For now, it's coffee time. Much better landing than yesterday, guys. I don't know what you did differently. It's 9:31 a.m. and we've made it to Redding. Now, remember what our plan is with HouseHack. Phase 1 is determine which areas we want to focus in on and which areas we don't want to focus in on. Once we narrow that down, then we become experts within exactly the markets that we want to dominate within and build as many relationships as we can. So that way, if you're a real estate agent in a particular area or you've got knowledge in it, hey, hit us up, kevin@househack.com. Tell us about your area. Right now, we're starting Western United States, and in the future, we'll expand once we've got our model perfected. Hopefully, within the next year or two, we're getting out over to the Eastern United States. But for now, starting with the Western United States, Redding is up next. So let's see what Redding has in store for us. Now, Redding is a town of just under 100,000 people. It's above San Francisco and Sacramento. It's kind of in this valley in the middle of the upper part of California. You're getting pretty close to Oregon over here. You've got a median per capita income, per individual head income of about 29,000. So in a household, you count heads, that includes children, right? That's why it sounds low. And then we're looking at a poverty rate of 15.1%. That compares to about 14.5% in Los Angeles. Generally, the rule of thumb is stay under 15. This is right there at that level. Once you get in excess of 20, that's kind of where you start wondering, okay, why? And some cities, you'll be in excess of 30%. But I'll tell you, you look at a city like Atlantic City, Jersey. I've got a course member who makes a killing over there. Shout out to him. He's a fireman. This guy's amazing. 38% poverty rate, but the cash flows out there in real estate, 10+%. It's a little bit of a different environment. Probably not the kind that we're looking for HouseHack, but hey, there are opportunities no matter where you are. So shout out to that course member. Anyway, now let's go learn about Redding. What's up, man? Yeah, hey, pleasure. Thanks so much for taking the time to show us around. These are huge lots.
They are, yeah. It's Redding.
Is that normal in Redding?
Yeah.
Because I mean, this was 0.8 acres.
Exactly, yeah. Majority of the homes, especially in this area on the east side, were incorporated in the 70s, and before that, they were mostly agricultural. So they had a lot of developments in homes in neighborhoods exactly like this. Yeah. That just had larger lots, and that's a good common, I guess, occurrence here in the Redding area. Is that typically it's over a quarter or higher. Most of the quarter-acre lots are going to be in the newer subdivisions.
Is like, for example, the condition of this, we would want to renovate it a lot.
For sure.
But we don't know if this is like, is this a sort of regular California area where everybody wants the regular upgrades? Yeah,
100%.
Because you go to Big Bear and it's like, no, leave all the wood, right?
In homes like this, it seems like most of what we're looking for in Redding, most of the buyers are looking for something that's completely renovated and ready to go.
Luxury vinyl plank, white cabinets, countertop center quartz, whatever. The usual.
Yeah, there's like new trends that are coming in, obviously, but the majority of that was just going to sell really quickly here. Our inventory is extremely low. I'm sure you're seeing that
everywhere.
Elsewhere,
it's crazy
right?
low,
But for here, it seems like we have a ton of people looking from Southern California and out of state to move in, right? Obviously, California has a huge egress.
Oh, so you're getting SoCal moving up here?
Yes, we are. Massive amounts of SoCal. Most of my clients are people that are coming up this way who don't live in the area, and any of my listings that are over 400,000 are typically being sold out of area.
So, interesting. So, and then what about listings you're selling? Where are those people going?
Those people seem to either be relocating elsewhere in town or out of state.
Okay, so then that would be like the Florida, Nevada, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of people have been liking Oregon and Idaho as well that are up here. Yeah, so just a little bit better tax havens.
Yeah, of course. You get out of Cali.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's great though. I mean, for what we have to offer here, it seems like we've been able to sustain, good growth. Obviously, we've had a little bit of retraction in our pricing, but ultimately things are like staying pretty steady, it seems.
Have you noticed sort of a pickup in like December, Jan? It seems like everybody's kind of seen a little bit.
Yeah, December got really quiet. And then January, it was, I think with the FOMC meetings, Fed was trying to, push rates around a little bit. So people were getting more optimistic maybe that it was going down. So buying kind of picked back up a little bit.
I see.
And so I think still though with the rates kind of staying where they are, people are still kind of being, oh, let's get back into it kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where my experience has been at. At least most of my clients, I'm getting more calls back in like, all right, we're ready again.
Now we're ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
interesting.
like, okay, all right, what happened? What changed?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know. Jerome Powell.
Yeah, exactly. The winter or something.
So what would something like this rent for? And this is what, a 4 and 2, like 2,000 square feet?
It is, exactly. Yeah. So this would actually take a premium in my opinion in this area. So you would be getting close to 3,000, I think, if you did a really good job here. Like I'm talking about, I mean, just look at the back area.
Yeah.
You've got so much of a nice view here. But with the lot size and the size of this home, especially being the way the architecture is, it would be really desirable for a large family. Or, I mean, we've got so many students as well here that, I mean, you can get almost $600 per bedroom.
Yeah, yeah. Do you get a lot of that?
We do. Yeah. I mean, it's different in the management of
Sure, it's more management intensive.
Exactly.
But you get paid more for that.
But you get a lot more. Yeah.
Yes.
And it seems like the wear doesn't even happen as much as when you get a family in here sometimes.
Interesting.
So, anyways,
sure.
Yeah,
it always depends on who ultimately you get.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what about, what's your like main driver of jobs out here? Like, is there like one place or is it very diversified?
It's very diversified. Okay. Yeah, with COVID, we had a whole lot of opportunity from people that are just like, well, I'm remote working now, so where can I go? Yeah. And it was like, well, Reading was a gas station stop for a long time. Really not much else was going on here.
Gosh, okay.
Boom. Now we've got businesses coming in left and right, new restaurants, yeah, just industry is kind of flowing in here now, whereas before it's been a little bit of like thanks, we'll go elsewhere, go south or something like that. But now it's just like Reading's a place for opportunity, Shasta County's a place for opportunity, and yeah, it's growing.
Is city pretty good, pro-growth?
They are, yeah. For a while, it was a no stop, you know, so you go there and try to get approval for something. No, we don't want to do that. But now they're very much more magisterial, and they got the process going now, so it's just
that's awesome.
Fit in the boxes kind of a thing.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so now would this be like the typical size of home you'd be looking at in Reading, or what's your median out here?
Our median is right in that 3.2, 1,400 square feet or so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, perfect for what y'all were looking for. It's just the inventory is kind of hawked on right now. So yeah, when you have a property like this, for instance, a lot of home buyers are going to come in here and they're going to go, oh, you know, time on the counter.
Oh yeah, the home buyers are
stuff like that. They're not going to pinch, but yeah, it's just one of those properties that's well positioned for someone who can come in here, has the capital to make it something that someone's going to go, oh my God, that neighborhood, that house.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm traveling for real estate, it's to really become the best expert in all these various different markets for HouseHack.com. That's my real estate startup. We're currently raising money at a 1-to-1 valuation for accredited investors. And if you invest before the month's end, you get some extra bonus warrants, which are kind of like call options to invest more in the future if you want to. You don't have to. Learn more about that at the solicitation at HouseHack.com. But come April or May here in 2023, we should be opening up this investment round to non-accredited investors through a Reg A, which will be very awesome, and we hope you join us in. We'll be raising money at a 1-to-1 valuation, which means for every dollar we raise, that's the valuation of the company. So for example, if we raise $50 million, the company is worth $50 million. So you're really not suffering any kind of brand or company dilution. This is really rare when you're looking at a startup. So we're super excited to be able to offer a company and investments and shares into the company at that 1-to-1 valuation. Now, once that fundraise closes, if our cash flow projections go the way we're looking, we might not have to raise money again for quite a while, maybe not even until we IPO at some point in the future. And knock on wood, we're really excited about the prospects for the company. So we'd love to have you aboard on the journey. Just go to househack.com to learn more. What about any big issues that you have in the area? You know, you go to certain parts of Texas, you get foundation issues. Anything crazy out here that you see regularly?
So in areas like this, I don't think this property would qualify for it, but some of them would do require flood insurance, things like that. But no, Reading, it really is pretty straightforward. Obviously, we're not looking in the rural areas, which is where high fire risk is, and that would be one thing to advise you on. But majority of the time in most of the subdivisions and areas like these neighborhoods, there's really minimal issues that we got to look out for.
You know, do you have, how does it, everybody always in NorCal, I feel like they're comparing to like the fire risk of like Paradise. How does that compare?
Sure, yeah, definitely not as bad as Paradise. Obviously, we did have the car fire in 2018, which got pretty crazy, but that really just took out the majority of the west side. So it wasn't like, it didn't really affect this area. I actually lived in this area at that time. We did get evacuated, but it was one of those kind of like, oh my God, if it really does go that way, then it's going to be, you know.
How many homes did you guys lose?
We, I think, lost over, I want to say 700 homes out there.
Wow,
I mean,
that's a good amount.
Yeah, the thing about Reading is it didn't really grow up. It grew out.
Yeah.
And so they had to incorporate a ton of areas as that happened. And, you know,
That makes sense.
That was that.
Yeah, I mean, we had the Thomas fire down in Ventura, and we lost our hillside basically. Quite a lot of homes.
It was a lot.
But I mean, now they're gorgeous. You know, now they've rebuilt them. All.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys have had that rebuilding.
Slowly but surely. Okay. Yeah. It seems like we don't have the same capital drive that other places like that have. So a lot of people are like, okay, do I rebuild my home or do I take the insurance money and go elsewhere?
Oh, I see.
So we still have some empty lots that need to be rebuilt out there, but it's getting really pretty, like prettier by the day.
Okay. Okay.
So
a lot of contractors available?
Yes, but I think the incentives are not there just yet.
Okay.
So yeah, and they're starting to pile those on, which is nice. The whole state is getting ready for, I think, incentivizing more buyers or more builders to crank it up.
Sure.
So,
okay.
Anyways.
Okay. So and you said it's normal to have this sort of lot size for tenants out here. Do they generally maintain the landscaping?
Typically, yes. My management style is I often actually offer having landscaping included in whatever built-in rent price they offer.
Got it. Okay.
I manage a landscaping team that just kind of comes through and takes care of properties.
Oh, so you have...
I have properties I manage personally.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's
great.
Yeah, when y'all sent me the information, I was like, oh, great.
Oh, you happen to do management? Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah,
this
that's
is my niche. I work with contractors to find properties exactly like this or similar.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, because this is pretty basic, pretty easy. There's nothing scary in here.
No.
This was 82, right? So you're even post-asbestos?
Yeah.
Supposedly. They were still selling it then.
Don't scratch the walls too much.
Yeah. Just don't test it. Yeah. That's do you get a lot of additions?
Go for it. One more time.
Do you get a lot of additions in Reading, or do people just buy something else?
People do typically buy something else. I mean, we're seeing a lot more ADUs in like in-law units built. That was what you asked, right? Additions?
Yeah, so either ADUs or even just like, oh, I want to add a bedroom or whatever and get more square footage. We try to stay away from that because it's a little harder to have a consistent sort of understanding of what the comps are, right?
Yeah, most people try to convert their garages around here, actually.
Okay.
So, so looking
very
at
California, the ADU.
Exactly.
And the city's okay with it, they're pretty...
They have a process, junior ADU process that they kind of comply with. Most people, some of the properties I selected had converted garages that looked very unpermitted, so we try to avoid those, right?
Sure.
But yeah, most of them do go through that junior ADU process.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Gotta love the carpet, right?
Yeah, I love the carpet in the bathroom. I mean, everything about this like screams a buyer doesn't want it, but it's just basic cosmetics.
It is.
Really is. I mean, this is all tiled. You could easily glaze this, put a new door on it. It'll look 10 times better.
Right. Yeah, you got a 40-year roof on here as well with another like 20 plus years on it. So
do you do that often out here? Is it? I didn't look at it.
Comproof's typically about 50 years on them. Yeah, they're A+ fire rated, so they've got a lot of going.
Are you not doing a lot of comp shingle out here?
They are the newer. The newer construction is, and then any roof replacements typically are new comp shingles.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Wow, I don't think I've seen flower lights before. I've seen a lot of lights. But
it's pretty cute though, right? Yeah, you step into the 70s here.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, they took the 70s right into what, 82 I think this was? Exactly. Yeah, but it's definitely 70s style. But you even saw that in like early 2000s. In the early 2000s home, it's like nice 90s style.
Exactly. I know, right? Some homes they're like recently renovated. And I'm like, well, that's not true.
Did you copy that listing description from 20 years ago?
Exactly. Yeah. Renovated in the 90s, maybe?
I guess that's somewhat recent.
Yeah, for some of these people, for sure.
Let's take a peek outside.
Yeah, let's get that slider is actually locked.
Oh, yeah, okay. Do you get a lot of like chickens and animals and stuff?
Yeah, not in these neighborhoods though. Okay. Most of these neighborhoods, they don't have anything like that.
Okay.
Larger lots, yes, but not many people trying to raise chickens or stuff like that. In these
and you have horse property here too. I mean, you mentioned
so this one does back up directly to horse property.
Sure,
so down below us is Churn Creek over here, and this is just. Like I said, majority of the area was very quiet. Yeah. Majority of the area was a square. Shoot, I can't say that word all of a sudden.
That's all right.
Yeah. Anyways, agricultural rule.
Yeah, and so this is normal. You say this lot size.
It is like for this area for sure.
Do you have tracts that are smaller lot sizes, and do people like those out here, or are people in Reading for the land?
People like the land in Reading. I think most people, when they're looking at NorCal, are kind of thinking to themselves, "Well, it'd be nice to spread out a little bit." You know? but the majority I see, there's going to be like half an acre or less.
Oh, wow.
And like I said, most of the newer properties have...
you said half an acre or less is the normal average?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
yeah. Typically just over a quarter acre, it seems like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, in SoCal, you're 7,000 square feet usually,
Yeah.
you know? So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most of your criteria, I was like, well, that would be easier if we were south.
Yeah.
Like, but here it's like, yeah, you got to find a lot.
Wow.
Or you're going to find a lot, I guess I should say.
Oh, this is awesome. You got the stream down here. Just you don't have to pay to maintain it.
No, not at all. Yeah, they got it for you.
But
yeah. Man,
wow.
when I first moved here, I like to off-road. I built Jeeps and stuff like that,
that's
right?
awesome.
A lot of fun stuff. There's so many cool trails to go on out here.
This is so peaceful.
Yeah. One day, though, we got ourselves into this river, and we drove up about like 2 miles of this river because it's very shallow and it's all
with your
bedrock.
Jeeps?
Yeah, with my Jeeps.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we took
kind of
2 of
fun,
them up.
though.
We had neighbors out here yelling at us. It was kind of a funny situation. Anyway,
That's awesome.
a long time ago, but yeah.
This obviously, at some point, will just kind of keep eroding, but I think you got enough. So it's probably not that big of a deal.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can see just...
Nobody's got a retaining wall.
Nobody does.
Nobody
yeah.
Okay, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
obviously.
you've got, I mean, this is easily a 40% grade, yes, but majority of the time here in California, when you have a nice amount of growth like this, it's going to be retaining that hillside pretty well.
Yeah, that's a good point because you've got more moisture here. You're less
Yes.
dry.
Yeah, we really don't have very many landslides or anything like that. That's a majority of the time taking place out west of us.
I'm gonna write how peaceful this is. This is awesome. This is really nice.
I wrote it down too.
Yeah, this is incredible. It's just a very different it was different from just where I live, what I'm used to every day, right? But I like this. Like, I just want to sit here and we should research right here.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, that's what people really come to Redding for. I think they step into our area and they realize, oh, it's not hustling and bustling like it is.
Just relax.
I told McKay, I was like,
I feel calm.
Exactly.
I'm gonna live longer.
I hope so,
Yeah.
right? I told McKay, like, you can get anywhere in town within 10 minutes, So it's like coming here, you're gonna feel like, oh, this is peaceful. I'm at home, and then boom, I need to go to Costco or whatever. There's a brand new Costco just down the road, less than 5 minutes from here.
What else are they building out here that's newish?
Literally off of one of these roads that you guys would have come in on, there's multiple new tracks that are being built right now.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So I think there's maybe 4 new subdivisions just less than a mile from us here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, so I'm just looking here, just on the other side of the creek. What is this? 3 and 2.
Yeah, on Squirrel
3,000. Is that is that?
It's a decent area. Yeah, you'll see it's got a
3K.
It is exactly. Yeah, so you'll see that one's been tuned up a little bit.
And this is a little smaller. So what would that sell for if it were in this shape? Like,
what that sell for if it was in this shape? That's a good question with the Squirrel Run
market
area.
value. What would
I
it
would
be
suggest probably $450 is probably where that one would sell. I don't know what the list price on that one is right now, but
that's right. That's interesting. And where's that new construction?
New construction. So where we
Let's
are.
See, I'll go to maps.
Yeah.
And then. Do they have a sales office as well? No, I don't want to buy new construction.
No. I understand. Yes, typically their sales offices are actually on, like in one of their listings.
Subdivisions.
Yeah, so
exactly.
You'll find the agents doing their own office hours in there. All right, so right off of Rancho Road is like one of those older roads in town that got incorporated in the 70s, right? So there's new subdivisions being built off of it. I think there's 2 right now that are on this road right here.
Are those open? Do you know?
Yes, yeah, we could easily drive into those. There's another new subdivision that's being built off of Shasta View right here.
Okay.
Lots of new homes coming in this area back here.
Okay.
And then a majority of our newer neighborhoods, it seems like, are getting built off of Airport Road.
Oh, towards the airport. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So in my opinion, there's 3 different areas that Redding's rapidly expanding in right now. Downtown, southeast, where we are right here.
Okay.
So we have downtown is one of them. Southeast is in the other one. And this other area right over here is the northeast side of Redding. Those 3 spaces are growing rapidly right now. We have the city investing heavily. We have private businesses, churches, colleges, all sorts of things.
I imagine, does the northeast closer to downtown pay itself for a little bit of a premium?
A little bit, but that would require certain neighborhoods because the way Redding is, it's very mixed. But yes, in my opinion, you would. But in this area specifically, you'll have huge rent premiums because we're really close to schools, really close to like brand new Costco. Lots of people are
down here.
wanting to
and you get the larger lot maybe here.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, got it. And then how is it by the hospital over here? This
Really
part
good.
of downtown, I guess.
Yes, yeah. I love downtown. I own multiple properties in the downtown area. It's actually an opportunity zone. So for investors, that's a great
downtown
position.
is.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
a green zone. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, they just expanded it multiple blocks as well. So this is my favorite area of downtown. Oops, sorry, let's go just a little bit over here. Yep, so this is my favorite area of downtown. So you have Turtle Bay and stuff like that. And then this is some of the older neighborhoods, right? 50s, 60s, 70s builds. But they're just amazing homes.
Wow.
I mean, they're really cool. This whole area, like I said, getting developed and grown. Yeah, there's just so much opportunity here for growth. And it's happening.
And so, yeah, no kidding. What is, so if you go downtown, obviously smaller lot downtown.
Yes, yeah, much smaller lots, typically about a quarter acre or less.
Okay. And so we go over in which areas where, oh gosh, I don't know, it keeps resetting.
Yeah.
It's a little funky.
Yeah, right here. So you see there's really nothing for sale downtown right now. There was one property on South Street I was interested in showing you guys.
Yeah. Threes and one. So like 1940s homes.
Exactly.
And stuff. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Some of them have 2 bedrooms, but it's rare to find a 4-bedroom down there that doesn't have, like you said, a weird floor plan or conversion.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. So, that's what you get. Okay. So that's more
of those remodeled homes down there. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. And then Turtle Bay, what's up here?
Yeah. Turtle Bay is a great area. Okay. It's it doesn't have very many homes and subdivisions active in it right now, but Market Street area, just right on the other side of Turtle Bay. These are some of the some other similar older neighborhoods. And then right over here off of, which is called Lake Reading, these are brand new builds. Like, over in the past like 20 years. Some of these homes
so like early 2000s maybe or whatever.
And then
take a look at
up here as
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
3 and 2. This is like right along our size.
Yes, this is one of the ones I did want to show y'all.
Oh, it looks great with the carpet and everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, love to see that.
Yeah.
I don't know if
it's not on our showing list, and I'm not sure where we're at with. Well, I was told you guys have a 10:15 out, so
10:15.
I don't know.
When are we leaving? I'll figure it out.
You figured it out. My bad.
Okay, how many properties we see?
We had 4 on the list.
Okay,
one just went pending, and then so we can still do that. It's a great property right down the road.
Okay, let's go check out the next one.
Have you seen the master bath
Yeah,
yet?
yeah, with the carpet.
Yeah, the carpet, right? You gotta keep that.
By 11. Oh, okay, 11. Okay,
right,
okay,
cool.
so we got some time.
All right, we're good. We'll be good.
Okay.
Time guy. Is that what I heard? I just got it.
There's only one hospital in there.
How what?
There's only one hospital right?
I got it. No
I think so. Yeah, that's a good observation. I hadn't even thought about that. Is there just one main hospital out here?
No, actually we have 2 main hospitals and then a brand new medical development going in off of Pacelli.
Is that west side then?
Yeah, partial west side. We'll be on the last 2 houses that we'll see are in that that area.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, that's exciting.
Man, it was a portal to the past. It was like a little time machine. It was so cool.
What do you think of the agent, the area, the house?
Agent's awesome. Mikey mentions that there might be less of a youth draw out here. It's interesting because they got a soccer field, Mikey. There's nobody on it.
I was about to say, who's playing soccer? Mikey's cheating. So we have our bear. We have our bear case for Reading.
Well, we always need bears.
We always need our bears.
Yeah.
But it's important to identify who the bears are.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not unconvinced. Like I actually so far I really like this. Obviously we just stopped at one property so far, but I could see the allure to some of these larger properties, and the cash flows are higher in Reading. Usually when you get higher cash flow, you also get higher risk. And there's usually a reason, so I haven't quite identified that yet. Now, Mikey suggests that might be because of a lack of youth and maybe sort of older money. And one of the things that does concern me is if it used to be a gas station stop, then is it kind of like Barstow, where it's kind of like, you don't go to Barstow to live there. You go to Barstow to, get gas, charge your Tesla as you're going to Vegas. Exactly, right? So you live in LA or you visit Vegas. I don't know if this is just that, then it makes you wonder, well, what kind of jobs could be here? Now, apparently we're going to an area with some newer medical development, which will be really interesting. If only we had somebody with some medical experience who could tell us about the area. Okay, you told me about some amazing ways that people can go from basically making, no money to over 6 figures. Can you break that down and explain it and shout yourself out? Because it sounds amazing for so many people who follow me and want to build their income and their wealth.
Yeah, sure. My name is Azad. I am founder of coding bootcamp testpro.io. So if you're thinking about starting your career in tech, you can just sign up for a free open house and see what the professions are there, what the salary is. So link is testpro.io/meet Kevin, and you can go and sign up and we'll see you there.
testpro.com. No, sorry, .io.
.io.
.io. So testpro.io/me Kevin. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. And yeah, I mean, this is amazing. Some of the examples we were talking about and the salaries are just mind blowing. But go to the website and see how with as little as 3 to 6 months, you can make some pretty incredible money.
Yeah.
Pretty quick and fast. So I mean, that's phenomenal. And these are long-term careers you can build.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely phenomenal. So if you're looking for, really increasing your income, income, at least go to testpro.io/meetkevin. Go learn about it. And hey, thank you so much for shadowing me today.
Yeah,
it's been
so
a pleasure.
Much. Yeah, it's the same.
Thank you so much. Hey,
thank you.
Yeah, so far I like this. This is actually, this is interesting. This is probably like an early 80s neighborhood. I haven't looked. But what you see with these older concrete style roofs, the valleys there, they always have water intrusion issues and leaks because they're so close together. So you have to kind of saw them down and open the valleys a little bit. You get leaves in there and then the water pools up and leaks. It's not a big deal, but the newer the better. I like the last one was 82. Newer's nice because you're dealing with less problems, less structural problems, you know, systems. So this looks, 89 here, okay. I like the neighbor, pretty remodeled there. Got dual pane windows over there.
Yeah, majority of these homes have nice stucco exteriors and tile roofs.
Yeah, that's nice. So what do you get a lot more retirees or younger children and family?
Yeah.
What, everything?
Everything right now. So a majority of our people were retirees for a really long time.
So that was sort of the reputation.
Exactly. Yeah, really was. Now, big portion is newer, younger families coming in, looking to relocate for lower cost of living, and obviously just wanting to have a little bit more to their name. It seems like
work from home as well.
It's
okay.
You just never know.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the good old mirror to make the house look bigger trick.
Yeah, 10 times bigger.
One more time. This is realistic. No, sir. Actually.
This is okay. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, this is pretty consistent. I mean, this almost looks like a pinkish tile, but I think it's just off white that looks pink because of the light. But I mean, this is so easy, right? I mean, it's just the same story we talk about every time: countertops, sink, cabinets, knobs. Put some can lights in, refloor the place.
How do you take care of countertops like this? Do you
paint them?
You paint them?
No, I'm just kidding. No. You just rip it out and you put in a stone countertop. Yeah. It'll last you a lot longer. Get a neutral color. It'll last you 10 years, and it's great. You can throw on new hinges and hardware and you're done. I mean, that's the easy part, the switches, the outlets and all that. Put some new bigger baseboards. See, this is the old like 80s stuff. It's 2 inches. You get a nice 3.5-inch baseboard on there. So much nicer. Obviously the floor's got to go. I mean, this is great. Like, this is the cheapest stuff. Like, the nastier the carpet, the better, right? Personally, I'm generally a fan of painting the fireplaces, but people get mad at me when I say that. So they know I want the brick. See, look, holes in the wall. I mean, this is what I like. Like, I get excited. I get really excited when I see holes in the wall. I love it. Hey, look, they tried spackling. Let's see, this is when a tenant tries to fix holes for you. They make it worse. So this was probably a rental. But yeah, I mean, this is easy. Hey, you might not know this yet, but I've got some incredible programs on building your wealth linked down below, especially when it comes to real estate investing, 0 to millionaire real estate, how to get started, how to get your first rental property, your first home to live in, how to negotiate that deal, how to work with agents, how to find agents and contractors, CPAs. Do you need an LLC? How should you form an LLC? All of this information and much more, including money saving tricks and strategies for renovating and making sure you're getting wedge deals so you're increasing your net worth as soon as possible, as well as analysis on actual deals that people are doing in our group. Make sure to check out those programs linked down below. You want to generally start with the 0 to millionaire real estate investing course if you're looking to build your wealth in real estate. Most people end up bundling this with the Stocks and Psychology of Money group, really great for starting off building your wealth. And then folks tend to move on to the do-it-yourself property management and rental renovations group, which is also extremely phenomenal for when you're ready to start scaling your rental portfolio. So check that out via the link down below and make sure to take advantage of the flash sale. So we got almost like that office-esque unit over there, garage and laundry here. So you actually get indoor laundry already in the 80s, which is nice. It's a typical 3 and 2. Oh yeah, you got the flower over here. I mean, this is my favorite. When you get like rust, oh, I love it. The rusty sink. You got the screws that are nasty and old. You've got the toilet looks, nasty and crusty. It's fantastic. Now, the only thing missing here would be some like mildew. But there are no seams on this fiberglass enclosure, which actually, this enclosure is fantastic. I would keep this. And I would just glaze it white. But oftentimes you get sort of like the mold and the edges, which again, no seam here, so you don't. That would just make it even better. But it's already good enough. But I mean, I know just being an 89 property, this is gonna have copper plumbing. I'd prefer to open this up and see some damage, but you probably won't. Except, what do we have here? No, I thought I saw rat droppings for a moment, but you don't. But yeah, I mean, it's all like the plumbing and electrical, there's nothing to worry about from an 89 home. So if somebody cosmetically ruins it, it creates plenty of opportunities for somebody to just clean it up and make it nice again. New ceiling fans, paint, blinds, you're done. This is easy. Easy peasy. See the carpet in here, right? Just replace all this with luxury vinyl plank. Simple. We like to keep it simple. Yeah. So a little bit of a, oh, this one has a seam. That's interesting. And it looks like they just recocked. Darn. See, those are the cheap things. You want to take the, $2.99 bottle of caulking and $20 of labor, an hour of scraping out the old stuff and putting in new. I love it. You get, the air blowing out, creating the dirt around the vent. You've got see, this is more expensive. This I don't like, right? Once you get the delamination of dual pane windows, in this case, a slider, great. Now the slider is going to cost me $1,500 to replace. I mean, you don't have to do it, but at some point it's kind of like you don't want to be a slumlord either, right? So it's lost its seal. It looks funky. It'd be interesting to see how it evaporates throughout the day. Probably not. But anyway, so yeah, what is this? 4-panel doors? Cool, cute. Replace some hardware. Oh, that's nice. They added a bunch of shelving in here. That was not built like that. I would not guess, but it looks very nice. And then I don't know if they would have finished the garage over this time, but this is how you know they've never repainted, which is great. It's my favorite. Oh yeah, look, you got a finished garage too. This is fantastic. See, you know how wonderful this would look if you just primed this and epoxy painted this. Oh, McKay's dying. We're losing our Mormon. It's too stinky for him. I'll get you a Diet Coke. It's on me this time, okay? I put you through suffering.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Yesterday was on you. Today it's on me. All right.
So, wedge score, what are you giving this?
So pricing agnostic, because we don't really care about pricing right now because we're waiting for the market to come down. But yeah, this is easy. This doesn't need more than like $20K worth of work. It's nominal. It's literally your definition of paint and carpet, which includes like light fixtures and stuff. Look at this thing. I don't even think I've seen a high lacquer red ceiling fan with gold and brass. It's perfect. I love it. This is paint it. Paint it all. What people are doing now is they're also doing the dirty kind of wash where you basically put on, you try to make it look like it's like a faded white. And that's a big thing right now, faded white, faded grays. So it depends what color theme you want to go for, but you want to brighten this place up. Some people love this. Every time I say that in a video, I get, 10% of people are like, how could you do that to the paint? And I'm like, you're not a landlord. All right, let's go to the next one. I swear, I think this is pink.
Yeah, it does kind of.
It looks so pink.
Unless I'm colorblind.
It's an off-white, but I swear it looks pink. And I love the mini blinds. This is like we're at the Motel 6. It's perfect. This is perfect. This is literally the definition of perfect.
Did you look at this?
In here, yeah. Just throw in a few cam lights here. Where did Ben go? Ben, this kind of thing is perfect. What's this thing listed for?
We're listed here at $319.
$319. Wow.
Yeah, $319.
And what would this rent for?
$2,400 in my opinion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Numbers wise, that's awesome.
Agreed. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, what's this thing worth fixed up in the neighborhood right now?
I'm looking at this property after it's fixed up in the 400 range.
Wow.
I would think maybe even a little bit higher with just a little bit of appreciation.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is exactly, it could even be a little bit worse condition wise, but this is the kind of stuff where cash offer, come in a little bit lower if it's been sitting on the market, if it's new and hot.
Yeah, 6 days on the market here.
Oh, 6 days. So this will sell pretty quickly if it hasn't already. But yeah, stuff like this is easy.
Agreed. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, we would even do worse, in terms of condition wise.
Exactly.
But this is great. Now, another thing to know is that house, not that bad. And one of the downsides is when the homes aren't that bad, they're not too scary, And if a regular home buyer goes in and goes, oh, I could just do paint and carpet, it's harder to get a large wedge. You can get a little one, and it's great for a home buyer. First-time home buyers should be buying that all day long. In fact, that's what I used to sell a lot of my clients as first-time home buyers. They'd come to me, they'd want, you know, things a certain way. I'd say, well, just find something that needs paint and carpet. That's the definition of that. And then I'd help them. Hey, here are my vendors. Here's how you should do this, that, and whatever. It probably doesn't have enough damage to be enough of a deal. Now, if that's sat on the market, then either the market is rotating down, or you have a lack of buyers, or maybe you have the potential to send in a lower offer. But for something like that, you know, every single property, before we would buy it, we're going to look to make sure it meets our criteria. Can we get a wedge after fix up of between $80,000 to $120,000? And if we can't, we won't buy it. And so that's where a lot of our deals are probably going to come to us, either pre-market or off-market. So we'll see. You know, there's a lot of hunting and work to do. It ain't easy to make lots of money in real estate, but I actually think it's pretty easy for everybody to make a good amount of money. So a lot of them are like one bath, basically.
Yes, yeah. This one is a one bathroom. I believe the one on Layton that we're going to right after this, which is just down the road, is a 2-bathroom.
Got it. I like it. It says seller offering a $20,000 credit. Make this your home today. Yeah, that's generally it doesn't work with buyers. Like sellers like to think that they can just go, oh, well, here, I'll just give you 10 grand. Go do the paint and carpet. It never works that way. Like you end up losing so much value.
Agreed. And you sit on the market forever.
Oh,
and
it's nonsense.
Yeah, being the listing agent, you're like, I'm telling you, we got to do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So this was a rental as well for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to be 4 and 1 is going to be a little tougher on the longevity, probably of the tenants. But you actually have the 1950s hardwood floor here. Very interesting that they deadbolted this. So what they did is they rented out rooms. I mean, this is a front door that's in here. You know, a little funky. This is, if the neighborhood is more broadly like this, probably not like super jazzed. You know, when you have more funky rental things going on. This looks like a retrofit dual pane window that they threw in. That's why they've got the larger trim around here. Let's see sort of the retrofit elements of it. Wow. See, and sometimes they get so, like where everything you look at is just damaged, right? And that's the other thing that's sometimes annoying. The door is damaged. The floor is damaged. The toilet's damaged. This is damaged. The tub is damaged and chipped in multiple places. Like there's old and well taken care of. Like old is, and like the systems are well taken care of. So they did the plumbing, they did the electrical, they did the roof. So there's well taken care of. And then there's just beat up. This feels beat up. This is a little more, I don't even know what the hell that is. That's how they want to get into their attic access. I've never seen that before. That is very bizarre. Okay, whatever. Wow, yeah. I mean, it's fine. I've dealt with plenty of these. Oh, we got mold though. That's fantastic.
Nice.
Hey, but at least they're offering a 20. Oh, look at it. It's turning fuzzy. The mold is fuzzing. The best kind there is. Yeah, I kind of want to pet it. Yeah, so you got an active water leak. I mean, now that actually is perfect. So now I take that back because there are levels. There's a fixer-upper that just needs basic cosmetics. You go in. Then you could go into something like this that has mold, get a fantastic, massive discount potentially, and then just price in the fact that you have to do the roof. You price in the fact that you still have the ungrounded electrical outlets, right? You can see the 2-wire outlet over here. You price in that you have to replace all the doors. Now the problem is it's going to take more effort, right? So that's something to keep in mind as well is old single pane painted. Okay, it's just coax. Sometimes you walk out and the power line to the house is right in your face. But yeah, this is something where you look and you say, it needs everything almost. I mean, it has the dual pane windows, but the problem is I wish it didn't have the dual pane windows because I don't trust this owner. The owner who did the work here, I don't think did any work well. I think it was how cheap can I do it? And so I would expect the windows weren't necessarily done that well. So I get skeptical about things like that. I mean, we know it's a 2-wire system already, so they added an outlet over here. So they threw in an ivory outlet. Look at that. It's a new box, but a janky outlet. Like, why? What's the point of that? I don't know. Sometimes people do funky things in real estate. And yeah, I mean, even look at this stucco patch. This is terrible. You just know right away when a house has been abused. And this is just an example of how cheap can I throw in a new window for the bathroom? Oh, let's just throw up some, janky stucco. Oh, it's on the side of the house. Nobody will see it anywhere. But the problem is, it ends up having that uniform, like throughout the entire house, you end up seeing janky stucco here. So you've got what looks like probably is a janky stucco patch over here. The trim for the property is crap. I mean, they don't even give a crap about the foundation of the property. It costs $10 to put, and it rains up here, right? Unlike SoCal, it costs $10 to put the little gutter offshoot or whatever over here, right? So this is somebody who really beat up the property, which is great. I mean, sometimes that creates opportunities. But I just wouldn't, somebody who owns this, I wouldn't trust a single renovation item that they did, which is fine. It just gets reflected in the price. If they screw up on one thing, they screw up on everything, in my opinion. I mean, this is just disgusting. Like, you can tell there's zero shits given on this property, which again, gets reflected in the price, but wow. Wow. This I think takes the cake.
If you saw this home in like a really nice neighborhood though, this would be
oh yeah, well, that's the other thing is like, this is the kind of level of repair you might get in the particular neighborhood. If the entire neighborhood's like that, then of course the landlord doesn't care. But I don't want to be in that neighborhood.
Some features you might like. Convenient switch retail.
Hey, just in case you need to switch. So look at that. Good catch, man. Yeah, I mean, this is just shanky.
I noticed the breaker asked about why the breakers are inside by the front door.
Yeah.
And the guess is that this was a garage and it was converted.
Who said this?
Well, this is what we're believing is the situation.
Oh.
Because there's no garage in this unit.
Oh.
There's no garage here. The breakers are by the front door.
Yeah.
And this is where the driveway ends.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, the countertop you're talking about. Oh, yeah. They threw countertop over here. Well, probably because this was so broken and they had a remnant piece of countertop. They're like, let's just put it in that property over there on C Street. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is... Oh, here's the garage.
smoker too. You can smell it.
This was the garage.
Or it's mold. I don't know.
Probably all of it. Yeah, I like the drywall that has fallen off the wall is molding. So yeah, this was the garage, I think. But how would you get here? Maybe that was a carport and then this was the back of the garage, or they added this on. You got the rat traps over here. All the insulation's molding over here. Look at every part of this property. Everything you look at. There's not a single thing that's upgraded in here. Everything. All the rafters are rotted away. This needs a lot. And at some point, when you have to spend so much money to renovate, it just doesn't make sense anymore. Because, now you're stuck. Instead of this being a 45-day project, it's a 100-day project. So you're spending more time. That's super wobbly. So you're wasting more time and not getting as much of upside. All right. Next. Yeah.
Let's do it.
These days with concrete prices are probably 8 to 10 grand just for a little short driveway over here. But the other problem is you have a lot of that in the neighborhood, right? You have gravel and some concrete over here, asphalt over there, asphalt. You've got that house almost looks abandoned over there. Usually we look for like the worst house on the best street. This is like a bad house on a not great street. Yeah.
That's ours.
Yeah.
How much do you think it would cost to fix something like this?
And see that hole outside there is an add-on. They added that whole 3 feet on. So they extended what looked like 3 rooms basically. One of those could be like the kitchen room or whatever. But you could see based on the roof over there, that lower pitched roof. That, by the way, is what Boxable's trying to say is that, our roof comes flat. But to get it permitted, you need to have a little bit of a pitch to it. So somebody else has to come build a roof on top of the flat roof of the Boxable. That's basically an example there. Sorry, how much to fix this thing up? And as small as it is, it's a lot because it's just everything. It's the doors, it's probably the windows, it's updating the electrical and stuff. Yeah. Let's ask about this Rivian. Hey, how you had a Tesla and you still have a Tesla?
I do.
And now you're a Rivian to try it out, or are you a trader? Rivian. Can we be friends?
About it. I know, right? Yeah, I was like, I wonder if Kevin's got an offer for me. No, absolutely love Rivian. Just following what RJ Scarnage has been doing for since 2012. Honestly, I thought it was really cool that they were going to try to do a sports car when they first made announced their thing. But the fact that they jumped into actually doing off-road vehicles or trucks, I was like, oh man, this is like a huge win for me.
How is it?
It's so much fun. You want a little tour real quick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's so much fun to drive, and it, I mean, beyond just being like an electric
this
vehicle.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, beyond just being an electric vehicle, it has like so many different fun bells and whistles, features, stuff like that.
So that seat looks sick. It's like a
awesome,
Master Chief's truck.
65,
right?
size.
Wow.
Yeah. So super roomy,
Those
comfortable.
seats are awesome.
You know, I'm sure you're familiar with all like the fun little features that they have to offer, like the gear tunnels and stuff like that. It's got an onboard air compressor.
How perfect is this for signage? That is the perfect thing.
Oh, yeah. Just throw my signs
look
back
at the
there.
trunk rolling back. That's supposed to be what the Cybertruck does, but I don't think that's ever coming.
We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah,
we got one of those on order too, and we'll play. That one's probably one we'll just play with. And
Sure. So now, do you have FSD on your Tesla?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, my.
But this is the work truck, man.
Yeah,
this is great.
It is. Yeah, I'm missing a tailgate piece here actually because of that. So, but yeah, no, this truck is phenomenal. I take it off-roading a lot, and it just handles it. So, you know, there's 4 motors, 1 in each wheel, right? So it has like everything you need power-wise to get going. Yeah, this is hardcore. I store all my tools in here, so it's very secure. Wow. And I've got the frunk as well. I'm sure everyone loves to see the frunk.
Sure.
And that one's got a bunch of my tools in it as well.
There goes Mikey. Get the shot, Mikey. Get the shot, man. A little more knee bend.
Boom, catch it.
Oh, that's nice.
Full of tools, but
wow.
Yeah.
The lights look awesome.
I love them.
I mean, the design on it, you have to give it to them. This is a nice design. This bar.
It actually goes another 10 inches below this right here. I've got more tools hiding under that.
That's where the shotguns go.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Yeah. No, officer, I have no weapons.
Yeah, good thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, man, it's been fun. I shoot, you know, the full, like, it doesn't have full self-driving like the Teslas do, right?
But this is a truck,
the highway
man.
assist is good. Yeah, and even when we did have I was driving my Tesla full time, it was nice. But rolling up in something like this is just like people are turning heads and they want to talk to you about it.
I think as an agent and a work truck right now, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, maybe when Cybertruck comes out, that's the new thing. But for right now, this is great as an agent, the utility of this.
Yeah.
So my first car as an agent was a Prius.
There you go.
I installed a tow hitch and then towed around a little 4x6 to put my signs in.
There you go, yeah.
I would have much rather this.
I know, right?
You know?
I was driving like a little 4-banger Jeep for a long time, just cruising around, and then, you know, as real estate goes, you just start stepping it up and looking for good opportunities. And this is one of those ones with...
Wow, oh my gosh, this almost looks just like a Tesla.
Yeah, and the whole like actual display, the UI is really smooth. I haven't had any real issues with it. Yeah, literally right around the corner. So I can bop around if you want. But yeah, it's just a great truck.
The wood trim here.
Yeah, you'll notice that little badge right there, Launch Edition. So this truck is like one of 4,000. They only made them 4,000, I think, units in this color scheme.
And this olive here.
Yeah.
Only 4,000. What number are you?
I need to look at the VIN. I think I'm like 3 something.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get a low number.
No, it doesn't matter, man. It's just a vanity. This is very nice.
Yeah. So really smooth. So literally, this is latent right here.
Oh wow. Okay.
So,
okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's
cool.
fine.
All right. I was like, I can go for a little drive if you want.
It's okay.
This is down the road.
I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting this. Now they're putting a lot of money and effort into this.
I think so. Yeah,
they're doing a really good job.
They're using their war chest well. Is kind of how I was thinking about it, because the amount of like research that goes into just getting some of these little tactile things, you know, set up and actually the quality control as well has been huge. So, man, I don't really have any complaints coming from owning Teslas. You know, you've got all those little nuances.
There's always something. Yeah.
That's here too, but
I mean, every car has that. I mean, even like the Lucid has a little stitching that goes around over here, but you see the reflection in the window because it's like white on black.
Okay, yeah.
And so you get the reflection, and it's kind of annoying because it's always there where you're looking.
Yeah.
It's those little things that every car ends up having.
I know, right?
But I mean, at first glance, this is awesome. Good job, man.
Yeah,
this is good. These must be sensors, but they look like USB-Cs, but they're not.
They are you. Well,
I don't know.
No, they're not. They're sensors.
Okay,
there
little
are
sensors.
USB-Cs in the back of each headrest, though. And
in the headrest?
Yeah, in the headrest and inside of this console right here.
Wow.
So anyone in the back has full access to
very
impressive
impressive
stuff like
yeah,
that,
and then you've got the glass ceiling and everything.
Yeah,
and they've got the speakers up top.
Yeah,
nice.
the sound system is absolutely tremendous. Like
the seats are nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in like a warthog from Halo.
Exactly,
you know, that's nice.
Especially
with the color. The color does it, man.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, even if you get a Cybertruck, man, you got to keep this thing. I feel like this is nice. Yeah,
Thank you. Of course.
So excited to hear about your lending business.
Thanks.
Can you tell the world about what you do and why people should reach out to your company?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's Jason Gray with New American Funding, doing mortgages for 29 years. Great company I work for, based out of California, but we lend in every state other than New York and Hawaii. Yeah, if you have any questions about mortgage needs, feel free to reach out to me and give me a call.
So it doesn't just have to be local. It could be any of the 48 states that you didn't mention.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. We have an interstate lending division team that I can introduce you to, and they'll take care of it from there.
And you mentioned the popular loan right now is the 2-1 buy down.
Buy the 2-1 buy down.
Really?
Negotiate that with the
Yeah.
sellers.
So some really cool options going on in lending right now. And you want to get the latest. How do they reach out to you again?
Yeah, just give me a call. Area code 425-260-3482. Talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you
man.
so much for
Thanks,
chatting
man.
with me.
Thanks, Bye.
Yep. This is the same neighborhood.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally. We went maybe 3 houses down.
Yeah, okay.
So
okay.
yeah, so very similar layout, a little bit better shape, if you will. Looks like the seller tried to do some newer carpeting and newer, very cheap vinyl flooring, but
It's 99-cent floor.
Yeah. But
Can we still say that with the inflation?
Yeah.
Do you think they
it was
care?
at 101.
Really?
No, they don't.
Okay,
No,
all
booties
right.
aren't required. So it
So-
was pretty rainy a few days ago.
That's why. Okay. So I mean, okay, we've got the $10 boob lights, which come in like a 2-pack for 20. We've got the basic carpet. I always think it's funny that you get the outlet's not even flush with the wall, but they left the original ceiling fan. So this is kind of like your basic flip to compare to. This is what the other one could look like. This is the same exact floor plan, except it doesn't have the foot switch that the other one had.
We're gonna have to get one of those for
We're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah.
You got the wall heater, you got the kitchen. So this is where I think they went funky with the garage on the other one. So what does this one have? So it's not really a garage here, but looks like the water heater is pretty much at the end of its life, but that's okay. So you've got essentially a laundry room. Do you guys have gas out here? I see a lot of electric, but these wall heaters are usually gas. I'm sure they do. You have gas out here, natural gas? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So I saw the 220 for the dryer there, but we got gas here. Oh, we got 2 wall heaters. So this gives you a contrast of what this could be. Okay, this is what it was. It's like the whole house fan is what it is to try to cool down, like suck out hot air on hot days and blow it out. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously we wouldn't buy something that's already done. This is a very basic remod. You can see the baseboard over here, for example, was nailed in, but it wasn't caulked. So this is gonna look pretty gross pretty quickly after some showering. You still got some chips and divots over here. That's okay. I mean, like I obviously would want to up the quality quite a bit, but it's okay. I mean, it's clean, it's moving ready. I bet you the outlets are still ungrounded. I doubt they rewired it, but that's something I'd be looking for. But you know that from age. So I don't even have to be in a property to tell you what the problems are going to be. You look at the age and you start getting used to what the problems are going to be. But I can tell you, this is like a matte paint they used on the door. It's not flat because there's a tiny little bit of sheen, but that's going to turn black pretty fast because a lot of people, they touch the door when they go close it. The trick is, in your own home, always use the handle. You go into your room or you close it like this, it just gets dirty very fast. You can actually see all of the fingerprints kind of already here, and they just painted that, and I promise you that wasn't me. My hands are clean. Yeah, so this is, basically exactly the same thing. This is really what we would call the blow and go for real estate. Blow and go is kind of like, hey, we don't really need to fix the patches on the wall. We'll just kind of, blow the paint and go on to the next job. You can actually see that with the ceiling fan over here. You have that nice gap between the ceiling fan and the ceiling. But okay, yeah, they've got nice dual pane windows though. They did, at least it looks like they did some nice work on the windows, whether they did that or someone right before them.
Yeah, this would be a standard, property owner who knows kind of like, all right, I want to hit.
They know enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to hit a very specific rental target and make it at least appealable to who's looking.
Yeah, and it's possible that it seems like in this neighborhood maybe you wouldn't necessarily want to go much more expensive on something. You wouldn't.
No, it's a great assessment. Yeah.
What would this rent for?
This property, like in its current condition. Yeah. Okay. So in its current condition, I would assess that this property would rent somewhere around 14 to 1500.
Okay.
Yeah. Fixed up though, a little bit nicer, you could definitely get closer to 18 or 19.
Okay. So if let's say you go with 14, 1500,
Yeah.
this thing's going for 265 remodeled.
Okay. Okay.
And just they just dropped it $10,000. So and you said 1500.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, even if you got something like this for 225, you're getting 1500 rent. That's not terrible.
No.
Been on the market for 131 days, so hey, you get some room.
Yeah, one of the things you'll see here that probably is detracting a lot of people is the quality of the little renovations. You know, not that big of a deal for most people that are looking in the area. This is gonna, if it was just priced maybe at like about 20, 30 less, they'd probably already be in.
They're just overpriced.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because this is where a first-time home buyer would be really happy. You know, they've got yard and whatever else they want to do, but. Yeah.
So, but this neighborhood compared to like the other neighborhoods we were in, it's a totally different tenant.
Totally different.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got a lot more younger families in this area. Obviously, you have a little bit of mixed multifamily here too. Yep. But yeah, these is just kind of how the neighborhoods in Reading go. If you aren't in an actual, named subdivision, you're gonna have this kind of mixed stuff. And this was a tract back in the day because we have A, B, and C Street here. So some of those first homes that were being built. But,
this apartment building, like a 2-in-1, what would that typically go for out here? Just a single unit?
Yeah.
So like 100 a door kind of thing, or 150?
So actually something like that, I think that's a fourplex, would probably be priced in the 500 range.
Okay, so you're getting 120-ish a door-ish. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Great. We should shout you out. Let's do that out here. So we want to know your phone number, shout your name out, website, whatever you want.
Okay.
And yeah, this is awesome. So I think you also have a pretty good idea of, honestly, I feel like I would have gotten rid of this fence and cleaned the front up. And I know it's been on the market for 6 months, so maybe it was nice, but you can't even get rid of the fence. I wouldn't have even kept the fence.
Yeah, what you're seeing right here is like the Reading typical homeowner who's trying to sell their home as it's been a rental.
Yeah.
So we were talking about how do you do the landscaping and stuff like that. What I realized when I came to town is that most property managers are doing the bare minimum out here.
Yeah, sure.
And so when I needed to step above, it was offering some of those little finer features. And ultimately what I realized is that just actually, one, makes my name look better because I'm managing a property that actually looks nice, the neighborhood likes it, but two, my clients, or at least my renters, are so much more appreciative.
Yeah, they want to stay.
Exactly. They're like, wow, no, this is perfect. I don't have to do much. I'm well taken care of. So but not everyone has that vision or that mindset. So it just is what it is.
I mean, so far I like this. What my thinking is, we'll probably be within the next 2 or 3 months, we'll be back up here and we'd probably go look at some more neighborhoods with you. I'm thinking maybe we see even like closer to the hospital area as well, and then maybe revisit more of that first area.
Sure.
I'm not particularly convinced on like the 4-in-1, this particular
absolutely.
spot.
I understand.
So, but it's good to see that.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. So shout yourself out. Who are you? Phone number, everything.
Cool. Yeah. My name is Benjamin Jennings. You can find me on most social medias as ben.realtor. My website, norcalliving.org. And phone number is 530-656-8282. I manage and sell mostly properties here in the Shasta County area, but I also do investments for most of my clients, contractors, Airbnb, hosted homestay, you name it. But yeah, come and find us here in Reading.
Now, one thing that we're looking at is we're trying to understand what's bringing people to the area. We know we've got hospitals and expanding and medical services expanding, but there's got to be more than you getting sick and getting healthcare to living in an area. So we're trying to figure that out. Around the healthcare area, we've got a lot of commercial properties. I mean, you've got fencing, you've got restaurant supply, you've got cannabis supply, you've got tire stores and wheel stores. And so you've got a lot of your more sort of traditional, maybe blue collar work, flooring stores, coverage stores. But then again, you have those in almost every city. That's over in the hospital area. We did see, apparently there's a new Costco. You've got some new construction closer to the airport where we landed. And I think that's probably why you're getting a little bit of a higher cash flow out here in Reading, because anytime generally you see a higher cash flow, you have more risk in a market. So for example, if somebody says, hey, the cash flow, I could get a 10% cash on cash return in, the middle of Ohio. It's like, okay, well, how long is that city going to survive? How many jobs are there? Oh, well, there's one company employing everybody. Well, what happens if that company goes bankrupt? Then the town goes bankrupt and you end up with those ghost towns where basically everybody's left or your population just really starts declining. So population growth, really important. Still haven't figured that out yet for Reading. So I think that's why you're seeing a little bit of an elevated cash flow in certain areas. Obviously the big fixer that we just saw, something to keep in mind on that is the easiest place to get larger wedges, in my opinion, is in higher price ranges. Anywhere that $400,000 to $800,000 range, a lot easier. When you're looking at something that's a fixer-upper and it needs everything for $215,000, it doesn't make sense. I mean, you have to buy it so low that, I mean, maybe somebody would want to sell it to you that low, but I feel like then you'd be chasing lottery tickets. And it's probably just not worth the headache, because even if you did get a good deal, now what kind of rental turnover are you going to get? How difficult is it going to be to manage properties out there? Are the people who are renting from you going to want to put back in front doors and start subleasing out all the bedrooms? I don't know. So those are all things TBD. Hey, how you doing? Wow, I love the plaid. That looks really good. Nice to meet you, Carson. I guess the biggest question is like, why would somebody move here and stay here versus just going to like Vegas?
Well, very different market than Vegas and very different lifestyle.
Okay.
So Reading's biggest selling advantage is the outdoors. I'm sure you've seen all the mountains.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
Here.
Yeah.
260 miles of mountain bike trails. Wow. You've got restaurants of all different varieties.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with like Bethel and what they're doing?
Not much.
So it's essentially a mega church.
Ah,
brings
okay.
people from all over the world, but the benefit of it is you have all these businesses from people from all different nationalities.
Yeah.
So there's like Italian bakeries from a family that moved from Italy.
Oh, wow.
Coffee shops from top roasters all in the nation, all here in Reading.
Jeez. Okay.
And so you have just all these different things where it's like real high quality, but it's still a small town and you get to know everybody.
Small town feel, coming for that lifestyle. And where are they coming from? Like SoCal?
Everywhere.
San Fran?
Everywhere.
Whatever. Okay.
San Francisco. I mean, you have these feeder markets, of course.
Sure.
You know, the Bay Area, the places that are closest to here that are seeing this as like the easiest transition to a big city.
Yeah.
Where you can have direct flights to LA, San Francisco, a couple other direct flights as well. But it's the easiest place in California, half the price of the rest of California.
Right? Yeah. No kidding.
Statistically speaking.
Yeah.
And then it's just an easy place to live if you love the outdoors.
Yeah, and like something like this, who would rent this typically? Like, what's your typical tenant out here?
Well, speaking of tenant-wise, you have a few different situations that happen. You have tenants that will either rent out bedrooms.
Okay.
So you'll get 2 to 3 people to one bedroom.
Sure.
And they'll pay anywhere from like $400 to $700 a month. And if you want like exact numbers too, I can always refer you to a rental agency professional.
Yeah, sure. No, they're just ballpark for it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's because
it's probably closer to the university then.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that Simpson?
Well, you got Simpson University. That's the biggest university out here. They just started a football program. Okay. And so they're going to be bringing in an entire football team here. Got it. You got Shasta College as well. Okay. And then you have Bethel Church, which brings in a ton of students in that 20 to 35 range.
Got it.
And those are the ones that are coming here, like renting out bedrooms.
That's your bedroom kind of tenant.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what about like more long-term whole house rental?
Whole house rental, you have the main markets for Shasta County is going to be healthcare and people that work for the county and the state.
Oh, okay.
Those are the two biggest income producers here in the area that are typically renting out houses here.
And so what parts of the state would work here as opposed to like, say, SAC?
Well, if you look at all the areas, a lot of people came here when they started being able to work from home. If you imagine San Francisco, LA, these massive cities where you're congested, have a ton of people, everybody's forced to work from home. Why would you work from home there when you can come here and enjoy all the outdoors that we have, the hundreds of waterfalls, the lakes, everything. So.
And you grew up here, you said, huh?
My whole life.
Oh, wow.
So I've
That's
lived
awesome.
Here my entire life.
Oh my gosh, good for you.
Know everything you need to know.
So something like this, what would this rent for? If there's like a ballpark, I mean, 4.2 here, you know, assuming like we cleaned it up, right? Like we paint cabinets, floor, drapes, whatever. Like modernize it.
The average 4-bedroom, 2-bath is probably going to rent for about $2,000 to $2,400 a month, depending on how updated it is.
Okay.
But you know, for exact numbers, still just rental agency is going to give you the best one because I don't do a lot of the rental stuff.
That's all right. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's awesome. So okay, now this size is it like this area? This is the Northeast. You get larger homes out here.
Larger homes, what you have actually is if you were to continue on the street that we came in, you have a bunch of brand new construction being built in this area. And so this area has a bunch of new construction.
That's down towards like Oasis Fun Center, I'm imagining?
No, that's actually heading north towards Shasta Lake City, which is one of our smaller like sub-cities of the area. But what you're actually looking at is right over here, you have one of the nicest golf courses in the area. Gold Hills Golf Course.
Okay.
And so just across the corner, I mean, you get
I don't
back
know why
to
it's
the
rubber
main
banding,
road.
sorry.
Oh, you're good. You get back to the main road right here.
Yeah.
All new construction right here.
Ah, wow, okay.
And so you have all this. It's just a nice golf course, amazing views. It's beautiful. And so you're seeing a little bit of new construction up here, but most of the new construction is actually happening on the southeast side section.
That's like by the airport, right?
Over by the airport, yeah.
Oh, I see. And are those selling well? Like, do people want to live out by the airport?
Yeah.
Relative to here, or what do you see?
It's a small airport, so it's not like it's
it doesn't
massive.
matter.
I
That's
mean,
true.
You have one terminal.
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
guys flew into it, so you saw how easy and small it is.
It's simple, yeah. Exactly.
So it's not too bad, but if you picture Reading, we're surrounded by mountains.
Okay.
So you really only have a few ways you can go.
Yeah,
and what most people are finding is that southeastern section is where all the flatland is. And it's the
so that's
easiest
where
to
you get
build
your
on.
acre or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just the easiest to build. So
okay,
D.R. Horton came in. D.R. Horton bought a bunch of subdivisions here in the area. And so they're building quite a few properties out here.
Gotcha. And then this particular neighborhood over here, it looks like you've got more 3-car garages out here, a little larger homes, pretty typical.
2 to 3 car garages, just standard size like this.
And this lot's pretty typical for Reading?
For this neighborhood. For Reading, you can definitely find lots like this, but it depends on how far out of town you go.
Yeah.
You go just past the airport, you're going to get acreage.
Oh, even more. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, as a landlord, we would probably want smaller yards, but whatever is more
Easy
median, right? Exactly. Wow. Yeah, that goes up, huh?
Yeah.
Little skylight. All right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, the emerald tiling. Obviously, some basic cosmetics we can fix up, whether it's paint or obviously the teal carpet.
I try to focus on mostly cosmetic fixers.
Those
not so
I
much.
love that. Yeah. Yeah. Once you get into
flooring
the
and paint, you're good.
Yeah. Exactly. What do you get in terms of your larger fixers? Are those going to be more on like the lettered streets, like ABC kind of, or where do you generally get your big fixers? Like
they're all over.
They're all
they're random.
They pop up and sell. The good ones sell right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
the good ones sell before they ever hit the market.
Generally,
those are usually the best purchases.
Those are the best,
as you know.
Well, that's what we're looking for. Exactly. So
exactly. Well, the next one we're going to see isn't on the market yet, so nobody knows about it.
Nice.
But once you see it on the market, it's been picked over by everybody anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like finding that stuff before it hits the market. Typically is the best choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this is, what is this, late, this is 90s, right?
Yeah, 1872. So if you actually look in here, this has all the homes that we're going to see.
Oh, yeah, okay, perfect.
So I got all the homes for you in order that we're going to go see.
Oh, thank you so much.
And this is the actual market update for Shasta County as a whole.
Oh, sweet.
So
okay,
you can
perfect.
look into the absorption rates up here where we're at now compared to last year.
Wow, yeah.
And the average price where it was. And then I narrowed down the median price point that you're going to be looking for.
Nice. Yeah,
So
yeah, 350 to
compare
4-ish.
last year.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you've got, so built in 97 for this one. Okay,
So you can
perfect.
see what supply and demand's doing there on the sheet.
Yeah, 11,000 square feet.
I figured you're a numbers guy.
Yeah,
Just
thank you
based
for
on
that.
your videos that I was watching.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is actually like a clean dated one. They have it very clean.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's good. It's good to know this particular neighborhood. So how about schools? How is that in Reading? I mean, like elementary, middle, high. Do you get a lot of younger kids and families with younger kids, or is it more retirement?
We have a lot of schools. I don't know the exact number on how many schools we have.
Sure, that's okay. Would you say more retirees or more younger families, or just equal both?
It used to be a retirement town.
Used to be,
but
okay,
now
okay.
it's edging more towards younger people, mid-20s, early 20s.
Okay.
And you're getting a lot more of those younger families coming here.
Got it.
The outdoors is just so easy to enjoy out here.
It's nice. Yeah. Do you even have HOAs really out here?
They're very rare.
Very rare. Okay, I figured. But yeah, I mean, this is nice. This is where you really want to get like a fixer. Like if you can in a neighborhood like this, you get something that had a roof go bad and it's molding or whatever. You score on a property out here like that. If you get a real fixer right, because everything else is so gorgeous and clean. See, that's what you want. That lift. I mean, this is really nice. This is actually we were just on a property over on C Street, like those 4-in-1s. Let's just say it's a little different.
That's the oldest section of town.
That's the oldest section of town. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this is nice. Now, one of the downsides here is obviously the properties are a little larger. What is this, 2,000 square feet or something like that? I think, 1872. That's okay though. 1872 is still good. Once you get into like 3-4K, it starts getting really expensive to refloor everything and repaint everything. So this is right in that hit zone. This is nice. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this looks, obviously, this neighborhood's a little less like homogenous than the last one.
Yeah.
But
rental-wise, it's one of the best rental neighborhoods.
Really? Oh, just higher percentage of rentals or what?
Well, because you have Bethel all the way down there. You have Bethel Church's current location there. You have Simpson University just over there, and then Shasta College is also within.
So more rental demand over here.
So it's a huge rental demand.
Okay.
And this is the one that's off the market,
Let's see.
so nobody knows about it.
Oh, perfect. You're
the first ones to see it.
Yeah, I saw the listing was 04.
That was from 04, yes.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's just so we have the specs, which is good. Thank you for that. Yeah.
I have a real good friend of mine. He's one of the top lenders in the entire nation here in Reading.
Wow.
He actually knew all about you.
No way.
I had never seen your videos until McKay called me.
That's awesome. Well, small world.
But he would love to meet you. If you want me to have him come to the next house, he has a great eye for investments.
Yeah, absolutely. And we would love to meet him.
I actually do a lot of personal investment stuff with him, and I've sold him multiple investment stuff, so he'll be able to give you a really good knack for it.
I also already love that they have sort of the older person bar, and it's well used, as you can see over here on the end. I'm already getting excited. I mean, hey, you know.
The deal's a deal.
The deal's a deal.
Stained glass.
See, and you can even tell, like, when somebody spends even a little bit more money to have those, like, that color of, you see the hooks for like Christmas lighting or whatever? See how they spent more money on those getting like the nicer color or whatever? You can already tell they care more about the property than on C Street. C Street was just crazy. Wow, yeah, okay. It's just a dated, well cared for, but wow. Oh, wow. Those, yeah, well, I like this. So I mean, how much is this going for?
This one's coming up for $399.
$399,
which is that ideal price point for Shasta County, but it's 2,100 square feet.
Yeah, nice.
So it's way bigger than what you're averagely going to find. 4-bedroom, well, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but you have a family room that could be converted.
Got it. And then, what do you think if this was move-in ready, like HGD TV style, like just rental level?
Your best bet would be to rent it out by room.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And have somebody manage that, or you could just rent it out as a house. But as a house, you'd probably get about $2,800 a month.
And then how much, what do you think it'd be worth fixed up?
Price-wise, 2,100 square feet, all fixed up. In this neighborhood, you're about $250 to $265 a square foot.
Okay.
So you're approaching $525, $550.
Gotcha. Okay.
As like a fully move-in ready, remodeled house.
So you're at $399 because it's a little dated.
Yeah, you got work to do, obviously, for it.
All right.
Looks about as it did in 04.
Yeah. No kidding. That's when it last sold then, huh?
Exactly. But it's like easy maintenance backyard.
That's interesting.
Make the deck nice.
Yeah. That's already when a property is well taken care of, you're not as worried about everything at, like, we went, the property we looked at C Street, everything they touched, you could tell it was done terribly. So you know the maintenance is terrible.
Well, C Street, you're in downtown. So back then was when they used like clay piping for everything as well. So unless somebody's done the piping, the electrical, everything in that home, you're gonna have stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That one has stuff.
In this market, how fast do you think this will go at $399?
Typically, if you price something accurately, which at $399, it's under $200 a square foot, which is a great price, especially because it's clean and move-in ready.
Yeah.
It should sell within the first couple weeks.
Yeah.
But average days on market currently is about 88 days. Wow. But it just depends. Homes that are priced right sell fast.
Yeah. So do you guys have termites out here like we do in SoCal?
Termites, yes. A little more rare. I mean, you don't really get them too often unless you've just really poorly managed your property.
Oh, so you're not bagging every property? Every sale?
No. That's more like woodborne beetles is what I've seen in those.
Interesting. And
but that's extremely rare.
Oh, okay, interesting. Woodborne beetles, and then you fumigate for those.
That's when you fumigate a whole house and you tint it.
So it's more rare.
They're very rare.
See it. Okay.
Termite bids. I mean, you can get a termite inspector to come out here, but you got stucco.
Sure.
Raised foundation. It's easy to access everything. Nice. They'd be able to fix it all pretty easily.
Okay, I'll take a peek around. Let's see. So, it's interesting, this sort of floor plan. Initially, it feels a little chopped up when you come in, but it's really open over here. It almost feels like sort of a custom home. Return over here for the air. So what do we have? 3 bedrooms over here. So what's below us then? It's just foundation because you've got the original baths over here. Oh, my favorite, my absolute favorite. Seeing properties like this with the older kind of curtains here, or
I plan on keeping those.
Yeah, we got to keep them, exactly. But I mean, even all these upgrades over here, was this all done in the tract, or is this a custom built home?
Most of these were all different.
They're all custom.
They weren't really sub.
Yeah, unlike the last one.
Type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's more like standard. Every house is pretty much the same. This one, back when it was built, every house is a little bit different.
Yeah, they had their own spec builders and that. Yeah, there's a lot of work. I mean, there's so much that you could easily upgrade to make it look 23 and really capitalize on the value that they originally invested in the property. But this is a great property. Well maintained. I like it. Oh yeah, this is easy. You know, new flooring throughout and lots of paint. This place transforms. That's great. Okay, cool. And off market.
I love the little coffee bar right here.
Yeah, that's a tequila bar. Tequila bar. Or time of day, right? Time of day, yeah. I like it. So what's below us? I mean, this is so raised. Well, is that because the street is so much higher?
Well, it's just because you're kind of at this downward slope. I mean, you got this massive deck, but we can probably walk down there and see if there's an access to underneath.
Yeah. So it almost feels like you could have more rooms down there. Not that you want to build them in, but.
And so on this side of town, it's more so noted, ironically enough, for being quiet.
Yeah.
The west side of town on C Street where you are, I mean, obviously that's a downtown section.
Careful on the bottom ones here. They wobble a bit. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's just raised that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a big old access down there.
Yeah. And a little odd, or unique, I should say, backyard. But that's because, like you said, you're on the slope over here.
Yeah.
Okay. We got lots of space, though. All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. Thank you so much for joining me and shadowing today. Tell me about yourself and shout yourself out.
Oh yeah, no doubt. We had a blast today with Kevin, hanging out with the team, looking at properties all over California. He even chauffeured us back to the to the airport. But yeah, I'm Ricky Caruth. I'm a 21-year real estate agent down in Alabama, right on the beach, and became the first completely free real estate coach a couple years ago. So if you're a real estate agent looking for free coaching, go to zerotodiamond.com. And if you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram. I answer all of my messages.
Nice. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Hey,
Thanks.
Man. Appreciate it.
This is the Edgewood Estates neighborhood.
Edgewood Estates.
Yeah. So one of the nicest things that you can't really see about this neighborhood is there's a big creek that kind of follows through. We drove over it. Okay. That's Churn Creek, and it's an amazing creek. It's pretty much full almost all year long. But one of the best walking trails is just to the north of this subdivision.
To the north of this way. Okay.
So it's Lima Ranch. It's all of that.
Okay.
And then Simpson University's right up here.
Yeah, right. And we've been up here.
Pretty much on the opposite side. But this neighborhood, what you have is it's in one of the best school districts.
Okay.
And so this school district specifically is one of the main reasons. It's called Boulder Creek School.
Boulder Creek School. Yeah, I see a lot more basketball hoops out here.
Yeah, definitely one of the more desirable neighborhoods because of that.
Okay.
But it's also everything on this side of town that you're going to see now is a little bit newer. Mostly like 90s, 2000s.
Perfect. Yeah, we love that. That's right.
Very clean neighborhoods. You're not going to have any kind of like bad mobiles or anything that's too bad. You'll have the one-off weird homes. That are not taken care of.
But hey, those are the ones to buy.
Exactly. But overall, every neighborhood on this side of town is going to be great.
Nice. Hey, look, they put the gutter offshoot that we didn't see. I keep making fun of this C Street property. It was so terrible.
Oh yeah, and if you're gonna look on that side of town, one of the areas you would want to look into is the Kuchas Tract.
These neighborhoods are great. These last three homes, all of them. These are the neighborhoods that you want to buy the fixtures in. And I mean, this is perfect because you've got the carpet, you've got the Satio-ish tile over here, the linoleum over here with the old countertop, and everybody's fascinated by an electric cooktop over here, electric range.
Yes, we do have electric ranges in California.
That's right. That is old school.
Most of our stuff's natural gas, but we do invest in that.
They get so many of the flower light fixtures today too. It's actually great. Okay, great. So you've got RV parking on the side. You've got, you said this is about 1,500 square feet, 3 and 2.
1,500, 3 and 2.
I mean, all of this is so easy.
It's all single story, which is nice.
Yeah. And ballpark on renting something like this out?
It's all going to be around the same about
thing.
1,800, 2,000 a month, all updated and clean.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
And obviously, so Shasta County, The fact that it was more a retirement community.
Yeah, it gives you more of this opportunity to update
that's a prime example right there.
There you go. Hey, wait, you're saying you don't have one of these? Come on. Yeah, you're right. But that's actually a really good point. I didn't think about that. Is if it's a retirement community that's now becoming more of a youthful environment, the youthful environment would be more interested in buying fixed up properties, but everything's dated because that's what everybody else was interested in.
And so the other factors.
Why are people moving though? Like, why would a family come here? Because of the recreation, right?
The outdoors.
That's it.
The outdoors is one of the biggest things. So the outdoors, I mean, 260 miles of mountain bike trails, hundreds of waterfalls, all these mountain lakes. You got the Trinity Alps. You have the Marble Mountains, Mount Shasta for skiing.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Lassen, it's just a national park that's amazing.
That's
so
nice.
Really any direction you go is super nice.
That's why you're getting that growth. Okay,
2-hour drive to Sacramento, direct flights to LA, San Francisco, and all these other cities.
Right.
I mean, it's like you are basically right in the center of being able to access everything you'd want.
Yeah,
but
that's really interesting though. Because
the schools are another big factor too. I mean, starting a family in a city like this where the average price is roughly half of the rest of California.
And you're still getting a good school.
But you're still getting California, you're still getting the good schools, you're still getting all that access. I mean, it's a great community.
Yeah, like that. Now this is also a little bit, it looks like a little smaller on the lot size, but more manageable. But then again, they've got the RV off to the side in terms of parks, so you've got some more room here. This, I'm guessing is probably going to be pretty average out here.
Yeah, this is definitely fairly standard. And you got like the easement space back there to access the power poles. So you get that little buffer.
Oh, that's why they have that between the units.
Yeah. It's either power poles or sewer line. It's going to be one
something
of the two.
Back there, huh? Okay.
But one of the nice things is since it was a retirement community, everything being single story helps not limit your customers. Because
that's also true. That's a really good point. Yeah.
They're not going to want a 2-story home.
That's why you get so many singles as well. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Very cool.
You won't find too many 2-story homes out here.
Is that just all of Reading or just these particular blocks or neighborhoods?
These particular neighborhoods and blocks. I mean, if you start getting into some newer construction, you'll find a lot more just like space saving. I mean, we drove by some new construction.
We did, yeah.
That. So we're seeing a lot more of that now because it's a lot more younger families coming here and they don't care about stairs.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. I like it. All right, let's go to the next one. This is great though. Yeah, this kind of stuff is awesome. Throw in a little bit of mold and it's great. So Lauren's now stocked us up with not only this insulated baggie and ice here, it's like a big lunchbox going to school, but everybody then gets an individual little brown baggie where we can put, looks like we've got pretzels today, sandwiches, this one has a banana in it. So it's kind of like a little lottery as to what you're gonna get. I pulled out a little extra sandwich on the side. But yeah, you know, got to be efficient, stay hydrated. Well, actually, we need coffee. You know what? Portable coffee. That's what we need everywhere we go.
Where's your sippy cup?
Yeah, well, I left that on the plane. Yeah. McKay, you need to babysit me better. But look, we got lettuce and cheese, or lettuce, cheese, and turkey today. This is great. Maybe we can upgrade to like whole wheat bread. Yeah. Okay, we need some whole wheat and some white. I mean, the white bread's pretty delicious. But anyway, just keeps us going.
Here's on the front. I tasted the inside, so it's gonna be perfect because you can leave this as is. The roof looks pretty much brand new.
It does look new, yeah.
Neighborhood-wise, you're probably around a step down from the last one.
Really? Okay.
So it still looks great. That neighborhood's a bit more desirable compared to this neighborhood, but it's still an amazing neighborhood.
Oh, no, what could be really interesting about a property like this that doesn't look like a wedge from the outside, you've got the newer roof, you've got the new paint job. Those are expensive things. Doing the wood repair on the outside, you've got the roof is expensive. You've also got, it looks like they put semi-gloss-ish on the lumber out here, which is the siding, which is great. You've got the dual pane windows. But then, sorry?
That one looks like just the T111 basic siding.
Yeah. And then
it looks nice.
Here you've got the dead fly hanging in the mini blinds with all the dust and the dirt. So I'm interested to see the inside because if somebody else can do the expensive stuff for you and then you just have to take over like some of the, wherever the mold is basically, perfect kind of property to buy. Because again, you want somebody else doing the expensive stuff. And you want to get the most market value possible by doing the least amount of work.
They recognized you while you guys were driving.
Who did? Wait, where?
That guy that followed us.
The guy that followed you.
Oh, I'll say hi. How's it going, man? What's up, dude? Hey, thanks so much for coming out here. Yeah, totally.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, that's awesome.
I literally live around the other side of that street.
Oh, that's awesome. So, did you just see us drive by? Are you serious?
I was coming home from the gym, and I'm like, dude, there's no way that's freaking Kevin White. So I saw you guys' like Instagram stories. I was the one that typed in like this morning, like, you coming to Reading? ?
Oh, in the course member live stream.
I typed in yesterday.
You said like 4 times or something like that, right? Yeah, and that's so funny. I think I kept seeing it pop up. Yeah.
Put you on
That's
timeout.
a block. No.
I did a 90-second timeout. Like, think about what you did.
No. Try not to spam it.
No. It was good. I mean, sometimes you have to. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So you actually mentioned this was potentially a step below the other. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Because this is,
when you look at like what the typical family is.
Oops. Yep. Thank you. Got it. And is that because of the school district, but in part?
Well, it's all in the same school district.
Oh, same school district though. Okay. Okay.
It's just the homes in that neighborhood specifically were built a little bit bigger.
Got it.
So you have bigger homes at the time they were built.
Okay.
You know, obviously more affluent families are going to move into that when it was first established. So it just kind of created the trend back.
How long just ballpark, do you know how long it takes someone to rent out a property here if it's priced correctly?
Yeah, currently in Shasta County, it's about an 8% vacancy rate.
Okay.
So a lot of it right now is going to come to pricing.
Sure.
Price it
if you price
accurately.
Competitively, do you get demand pretty quickly?
Yeah, you get multiple applications.
Okay.
Usually about 1 to 3 per home is what most experts in terms of like the rental agency have.
That's what they're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
What to expect. Okay. All right. Yeah. Good to know. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible how, I think you had mentioned it, sort of the outside's updated, the inside's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. The stains on the carpet. It's perfect. Now I'll take a quick peek. The older light fixtures. The linoleum. The good old 90s linoleum. Love it. Pinkish carpet. Simple. Keep it simple. Carpet in the bathroom. Yeah, pretty consistent with what we've been seeing all day. Yeah, what you wouldn't want is to obviously update properties and then get stuck with them not renting quickly. Yeah. That would be the downside.
Nice thing is a property like this is going to rent all day long.
These will rent quickly then? Okay.
Oh yeah, as long as you maintain it and
price it right.
Put it up to where you're going to, it'll rent easily.
Mikey.
Lauren made this especially for me. Spinach and cheese. It's really good.
Pescatarian. So when are you hitting your 10-year no meat? I mean food meat.
January of food meat. So January of next year.
Okay.
To celebrate my 10 years, I might have steak.
I want to be there for that. I'm coming to SAC. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. It's been really good to explore these various different areas here. Could you shout yourself out? Let everybody know how to get in touch with you in the event they wanted to.
Perfect. My cell phone number is 530-410-1420. Just give me a call if you have questions about real estate in Shasta County.
You do text too? Text message?
Text, call. Email is carson@reddinghomes.com, KARSON@reddinghomes.com.
Those must be the new homes. 3 on that side. Maybe we'll, it doesn't matter. You can't see it.
This looks like Utah.
Yeah, you can just give this a loop through and then we'll turn around. It actually does look like St. George. This is very nice. It's more difficult to find a fixture in here, but this is the kind of neighborhood where blindly, completely blind, if somebody's like, Kevin, I got a fixture coming up in this neighborhood, it's, had some roof damage and some mold or whatever. I always want the mold. Anyway, point being, you get a fixture in a neighborhood like this, you just blindly buy it. Obviously, you can inspect it during inspections or whatever, but that's great. I love the newer construction stuff. Now, what is this? This is probably all to be developed. Yeah, these are the other phases. Yeah, here's the pre-done cul-de-sac. A lot of
solar. Even up there, they all have solar.
All right, let's go.
Fun on the cyber quad. The little kid cyber quad. I just wonder if I can go buy it and ride it
and then return it.
It's interesting. I mean, look at all the pre-done electrical out here. They're going to build all of this out.
Yep.
In fairness, if it was a fully dying town, you wouldn't have this kind of investment. And these are gorgeous. I think what they're going for like mid-4s or something like that.
No way.
No, you don't think so? What do y'all think?
I'm guessing 650.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Because we're by the airport. Dang it!
Shouldn't have said anything.
625.
Wow. High 6s. I was right.
Is that what you said?
High 6s?
No, that's 625. Oh yeah, here's a 695. Yeah.
Yes.
This one. Okay. Yeah, this one on the corner right here. 2,800 square feet, 3-bed. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, if somebody's willing to pay $657 out here, new construction, that's an investment into the area. Absolutely. Yeah. Now remember, if you want to come shadow me, you can do that. A link down below in the description. No guarantees that we'll be traveling. I am traveling a lot, but you just pay to shadow me, whatever I'm doing, wherever, if we're driving locally, we're in the office, we're flying, looking to share some time with Meet Kevin, check out that link down below. So what are my thoughts on Reading? Well, so far, I'm still a little bit at a loss as to why somebody would want to move here. I hear a lot of, it was a retirement community. That makes sense. People take a fixed income, they move to a retirement area. But what happens when that generation moves on? Well, then you've got potentially a need for new families to come in, right? Or you don't. When you don't have new people come in, you start seeing a population decline. We are starting to see maybe some of the tells that potentially there could be a population sort of plateau. We're still seeing new construction, which is a plus. That's a sign that the builders are willing to invest here. But even when you have a population plateau or even a slight decline, you still end up seeing new construction. That's because, remember, builders come in and what do? They build, sell, and move on. We're looking to create a portfolio of assets that we can then manage for institutions for the long term. So we have to be able to represent to an institution who's buying our portfolio in the future so we can keep doing wedge deals. We have to be able to represent to them, look, this is upside, this is appreciation for you, there's long run potential here. We don't want people looking at our portfolio going, Kevin, defend why you bought here. We're like, well, we think it's good, right? That's part of the reason of traveling. We have to become experts in all the areas. So some more study needed before we can officially rule out Reading. One of the nice things about Reading is you definitely get more cash flow, but remember, with more cash flow tends to come risk. So that means we have to analyze what those risks are and see if the risks are outweighed by better rewards. So we'll evaluate that. But so far, TBD. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fly to Santa Monica. We're actually flying into Hawthorne. What you might remember that from is actually being right next to SpaceX, which what's really cool is we're going to go from there and then we're going to talk about SpaceX with someone from ARK Invest. And so we're really excited to talk to this analyst, Brett from ARK Invest. Super excited. We'll obviously be posting that video separately, but in the meantime, let's go hop on the jet and have some fun. Phenomenal interview with ARK Invest done. Such an honor to get to visit not only Reading, but then follow up with an interview with Brett from ARK Invest. Super insightful, brilliant mind. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to subscribe, share the video if you found it helpful, and we'll keep bringing you more videos on real estate.